Yep. Hello. Welcome to the Sunday Sprintacular. I'm Gillian St. Kevern, and this is Jamie Sands.
Hello.
Jamie, I'm just going to move you because I think if anyone has like the Gillian St. Kevern logo on top of their head, it should be me.
I don't mind it. It's like a little crown.
I don't know. But we are running late today because I did not anticipate that today would be super frosty and forgot that I needed to allow time to deliver flowers on my way into Christchurch. So, and I needed to get more petrol. And I got stuck behind really slow trucks. It's like the perfect
storm.
anything that could go wrong did go wrong. But I am impressed that I arrived in Christchurch only 5 minutes later than I thought I would be. So,
Pretty impressive.
yeah. How is your morning going, Jamie?
Oh, very chill. I had a very good sleep last night, so I slept in a little bit and then got up, had a hot shower. It's not as cold today as it was yesterday. Or possibly the hot shower helped with that. I'm not sure. But it's very chill here.
Yeah, it is. It is not nice and warm in Christchurch.
Yeah, nothing much to report. It's really sunny day. The Matariki thing is still going on today. We went yesterday, had a free sausage, very exciting, and saw some kids from the local high school do a kapa haka performance.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Really cool.
Very cool. So,
There's hangi today, so we're going to go back and check
yes,
that out after this.
cannot miss hangi.
Nope.
So, we kick one of these off with me pulling a tarot card and doing a 5-minute sort of creative brain dump warm up. I left my tarot cards behind in my mad rush to get out the door.
Why don't I do one?
Oh yes, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I've got traditional, very old school Rider-Waite tarot deck. Everything else is in the lounge except for the emotional support animal latest Cape cards. So these will all be uplifting, but they'll be different animals. Which would you like?
I would like the uplifting animals, please. I think that's more. Apologies to your Rider-Waite deck, but I kind of think that's give us more inspiration.
They're used to being used only for writing, so that's fine.
Okay.
So now it's up to you to say when to stop, and I will shuffle.
Okay, when?
You are worth taking care of.
Oh, that's lovely. And that is such a cute. That is lovely. He is lovely.
It's gorgeous, isn't
Why
it?
do I
We've
think
actually got a
of
mug with this on it. That very art.
Very cool. Okay, I will set my alarm for 5 minutes. I am not going to journal. I am going to mute myself and unpack because I'm not yet plugged in.
Showing the card again because it's a nice one.
It's really nice. Okay, 5 minutes to get warmed up, starting now. Okay. Wow. That is a lot of words.
It turned out that's directly related to the scene I finished off on yesterday, so I just continued it.
That's brilliant.
Mm.
I unpacked my bag, got all of my pens and pencils ready. I have not yet sort of done my plan for today.
Mhm.
So I'm going to kick off our next sprint by sort of sorting myself out. I also haven't filled in kind of my goals for the week.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to do a bit of goal setting, sorting myself out, and then hopefully get into writing my book discussion
yes.
scheme notes.
Trying to plug my phone in and it's not working. There we go. Okay.
Awesome. So, shall we get straight into our is that
Yes,
a mochi visitor?
it is. Oh, she's going back to the same place from yesterday.
Yep, so she's touching the door.
You can just see her there,
Yep.
settling down with her head out the door.
Aw.
Sure, she'll sort herself out in a second.
Yeah, I wonder what Mochi's goals are today, whether it's to nap as much as possible or just soak up the sunshine.
I think both, and if she can combine them, that would be ideal. Yeah, based on
She
what she
is
did
an
yesterday.
inspiration to us all. Awesome. I feel like I've been running around all morning, so I'm keen to get myself
That deep
sorted
breath.
out. Yes.
Mm.
Also, immediately the timer went, the jug boiled, so I can now make myself a cup of tea, and I'm very excited about that.
So you have a cup of tea, Sprint. Sounds good.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
20 minutes. Let's get on to it. How did you get on?
Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. Where was I? $885 words.
That's brilliant.
This 20-minute sprint seemed very good for me getting 800-ish words.
Yeah. Julie has joined us, and Julie has escaped the house and is at the local library, and she is actually writing, she says, which is exciting. The question now is, writing what? I have made my cup of tea. It is nice and warm. Yep. Have I told you the story behind this cup?
No.
So when I first came back to New Zealand, I got myself a really big mug from Typo. It was pink, it had a mermaid tail on it, and it said Instant Mermaid, just add tea. And I was working on the Deep Magic sequels at the time, so it was very appropriate for me, and I loved that mug. And I kept it at my sister's house for whenever I'm over here. Unfortunately, while I was babysitting my niece one day, my mug broke. And I had to pick it up and put it in the rubbish. And my niece was really confused about what was going on. So I had to take her to the rubbish bin, lift up the lid, show her the broken pieces, and we said goodbye to my mug. We thanked it for being a good mug and said goodbye to it. And I thought, that was really sweet. It was the first time Tilly had kind of realized that there was, some things can't be fixed.
Yeah.
And, things have a lifespan, basically. Apparently, a week later, Tilly was still talking about my mug. And so her mum took her to the shopping with her, and Tilly chose this mug for me because of the pink flamingo. She decided I must really like the color pink.
Sure.
But this mug makes me so happy because, it's not the mug that I would have chosen, but now I've started collecting flamingos because of it. I love it.
That's awesome.
I've also since discovered that the collective noun for flamingos is a flamboyance, which makes me love it even more.
We saw it, managed to see come into the Auckland Zoo and view the flamingos, and right as they were doing a mating ritual. And
Wow.
if you've ever seen a mating ritual with flamingos, they basically parade. They all get in a big group and go as tall as they can and do it, like walk carefully back and forth, going like this. And it's incredible. It's so silly and it's so much fun. We're just like, yes, be the tallest.
That is fantastic. Really missed scintillating conversation because she was on mute. It's okay, Julie. We were just talking about you. We've been discussing my mug. I've given the origin stories of this mug, and we were very happy that you've joined us, and we want to know what you're writing. If it's an assignment or a fiction project. Also, where are you at?
Is Pentatonics.
Oh, lovely.
From when we went to see them in concert the first time. So
That's
it's still got Avi on there, even though he's not in the band anymore. Avi's the yellow one.
Yeah. Like Wiggles, except they replace the Wiggles.
They replace the Wiggles a lot more often.
Oh, a brain dump day. That's a really good idea. I am running behind schedule to no one's surprise. So I'm still in the process of organizing myself. Yeah, I suspect that Julie and I have very strong Wiggles feelings, so rather than get sidetracked here,
It's not a wiggle stream, although it would be hilarious. I
oh,
also have a lot of feelings about the Wiggles because when I was a librarian, I had to watch a lot of their videos to check if they were broken or not, and you absorb a lot of it.
yeah, we should have a serious Wiggles discussion, and I'll get my nephew, who is 3, to join us and give his expert opinion.
That would be really good.
Yeah, I think his favorite Wiggle is Emma, possibly Lockie, but it's definitely Emma is up there.
Mm.
Okay.
Leaving Wiggles aside.
Yep. Well, before we abandon children's television entirely, Millie Wright wrote an amazing review of the top 5 worst characters in children's television, and she has a very, very deep, well thought out sort of fanon backstory around the Fireman Sam universe, and it is
Oh, amazing.
incredible.
I've seen some really good stuff around Postman Pat and how he's secretly ginger under his hat, and there's the ginger kid who has no father, and they're like, well, thank you,
Yep,
Julie. This is my Sailor Moon hoodie, and I love it.
yep. Okay. Let's take another 20-minute sprint so that we can work on our Fireman Sam Postman Pat crossover fanfic.
Yeah. I might put the Wiggles in as well, just to really mess it up.
Yeah. Okay, 20 minutes starting now. Okay, that's 20 minutes up. I have finished my planning for the week. I've just remembered something I didn't do, so I have not quite finished my planning for the week. But I started doing some plotting, which is really cool. I decided I wanted to kind of sort out a little bit more about book 2 in my secret project, and realized in order to do that, I need to figure out things such as where book 2 is taking place and kind of nail down my premise a bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm pleased. I think if I use this time to work on my story and then spend the rest of the day on the book discussion scheme notes, I'm getting some writing work done and some freelancing work done.
Excellent.
How about you, Jamie?
931 words.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Really good. Mostly, yeah, I'm building up to the big climactic fight. Well, no, I'm building up to the small fight that leads to the big climactic fight. So it's kind of like centering and gathering of tools, which is quite fun to write.
Yep. How is the brain dumping going, Julie? Oh, while we were working, I thought of a question that I wanted to ask you, Jamie. What was it? It was something about writing and process. Nope, whatever it is has gone. Oh, say hi to Rata, Julie. So, Jamie, Julie is part of a group that meets in a cafe on Thursday mornings here in Christchurch to talk writery things. Rata is another member of that group. I used to go along, but my schedule changed and it sort of doesn't work so often for me anymore. A few days ago, a car drove into the window of the cafe where this group usually sits. So it was, yeah.
I hope no one was hurt.
No one was hurt. I think the driver was shaken and had to get checked up. The cafe is opening today, actually. It's been closed for a few days, but they said the Stuff article said that they were hoping to reopen today. Yeah, it's a little bit unnerving.
Definitely.
So finding your brain dump folder and falling down the rabbit hole sounds really good, Julie. I think it's probably time we took a longer break to kind of refill drinks, do all of that sort of stuff. I might stay here because I've been refilling my drink and stuff during our sprints, but shall we kick off again at 11:15, 18? What do you think, Jamie?
Yeah, 15 is fine.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll be back to work at 11:15.
I'll go harass the cat.
Yay. So what was I doing? Okay, yep. Gosh, my brain today. Just a minute ago, I remembered something I had to put it in my diary, and now it's gone completely. This isn't it, but it's a good thing to write down anyway. That's fine, Julie. Ignore us all you like. I'm going to grab some water.
I've switched my desk to a standing desk.
Yay! I need to get my standing desk out again, but there's currently no room for it in my current sort of room setup. So the last time I used it was actually for the Rainbow Market, which was in March as part of Christchurch Pride.
Yep.
And I now have a cardboard bookshelf and a cardboard standing desk that can also turn into a sitting desk. And I use those as kind of my con setup, and they worked really well.
It sounds like it would work really well. Yeah, I need a better setup, I think, for book sales, but so far it's worked all right, what I've got. But I just knew when I had my own office space, I wanted a proper sit-stand desk, because Mochi sometimes steals my chair, but also it's just good for me to have variety.
Yep.
Yeah. Plus I can dance this way.
Yep. Still, so I remembered what it was I'd forgotten to do in my diary. I did not remember what the question for you is, but I've remembered a different question I have for you, actually.
Sure.
Yesterday, Megan asked me if I'd ever thought of like having a publishing house and publishing other writers. Have you ever considered that?
I have considered it. Someone actually asked me that at Tauranga Armageddon, because she's a writer, but she hated doing all the marketing and stuff. Like, she just wanted to write and put it out. And I was like, oh, maybe I could. And Anna, my spouse, was like, those are all the things that you like the least about publishing. Why would you do them for someone else? I'm like, it's the logic. So I like the idea of it, but yeah, it's not the bits I enjoy. So having to do all the editing and everything for someone else, organizing all of that, doesn't appeal.
Yep.
Maybe if I start making, billions of dollars and I can hire an assistant, then I will start, because I'll be like, you can handle all of that. I'll just pick and choose which books to, but yeah, not until then.
Yep. Oh, that is very cool. And we're lucky we've got Ada doing it, basically. Yes. So we can meet anyone we meet, we can point them in her direction.
Yep, and that's exactly what I did. I was like, get in touch with my friend. Here's the email address. So I don't know what's happened there, but hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I should switch to my other project and do that the last bit of beta editing that I'm meant to be doing. I don't want to, but I'll just get it done, and then it would be done.
Yeah, it feels quite good to get things done, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do it.
So I am going to set my alarm for another 20 minutes and let's make this happen.
Sounds good.
Oh my gosh, Julie, your timing coming back just as we start the sprint and go quiet. Oh, there is always the replay. Okay. How did you get on with that sprint?
Good. I got a bit over 600 words done to flesh out a scene I'd left undone in my urban fantasy, the editing that I was putting off, and I've started the email to Ada so I can actually send it to her and be like, "Happy 4th of July! Here's a book that needs work."
Yeah.
Yay.
I used to nanny for an American family that lived in Christchurch, and they threw a 4th of July party once, and it was very strange to have a 4th of July party in Christchurch. But, they had fun, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, it's the thing. I was in America for a 4th of July one time, but we didn't do anything super exciting. We had a barbecue and played Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, that sounds the best way to celebrate.
It was actually really annoying because it was marketed as if it was based on the movies, but a lot of the questions were based on the books, like
Mhm.
esoteric knowledge from the books, like name the female hobbit that's related to blah blah, and I was just like, I got no idea. So I just answered Rosie Cotton for all of them and got all of them wrong because she's the only female hobbit I know the name of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, but what about Bilbo's interfering aunt? Petunia
Oh,
Baggins or something?
Sackville
Yes.
Baggins. I
Yeah.
don't know the first name. Oh, Petunia. Petunia. Yes. Okay. So there are two that I know the name of.
Yeah. We have failed as New Zealanders. Oh my gosh.
Well,
But
I don't know. I feel like maybe Peter Jackson failed us and not having all of these amazing woman hobbits in the movies.
yeah, you know what? Let's blame Peter Jackson. Okay, I remembered what my question to you was. I know
Yes.
that you do a bit of freelance work throughout the week in addition to writing, and which is basically what I'm doing. But I'm balancing copy editing and other freelance work around babysitting. So,
Yep.
how do you balance your time? Like,
So I'm pretty lucky. The consultancy I work for, they know that I don't want too much work, that I sort of 2 to 3 days max. So they'll just give me stuff that's like a one off or a couple, like a half day. This coming week's different. I'm going down to Wellington and doing 2 full days in an office. So that'll be most of my week because I'm flying down early. Um, but generally, they know that I don't want too much so that I can still get writing done. I
yeah,
generally do say yes when stuff is offered, though, because it's good money. Uh,
yeah,
but I'm just really, really mindful of my own energy levels and how much I can do without burning out because
yeah.
I've been on the edge of burnout before and I don't like it. So.
I managed to burn myself out spectacularly last year, and it is not fun. And
Writing
so,
a book a month, as I recall.
no, that
No?
was fine.
Oh, that
It
was
was
fun.
it was the company that I was working for. The company was great. My colleagues were fantastic. They had a really awesome work culture, but the work itself was taking a really big toll on my delicate introvert soul.
Mm,
And I was, because the rest of it was so good,
yeah.
I kind of twisted myself in knots trying to do something that I had to realize was taking a really big toll on me. So
Yeah.
it was sad, but yeah, since then I've actually I actually wound up taking 2 weeks of medical leave, and at one point during those 2 weeks, I sat at my desk to do emails, and it took me 2 hours to answer, like, a couple of emails that have taken me 15 minutes, and I was exhausted. That was it for that day,
Yeah.
and I that was kind of the moment where I was like, "This is not
That's not normal.
acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in this place."
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
you need that level of self-awareness, I think. Otherwise you do go down that hole of just trying to do everything and burning yourself at all ends. Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like you've got a really good handle on it, and it's fantastic that the consultancy that you work for
Mm.
respects your
Yeah. Yeah.
boundaries.
I did a day in Waikato Tainui, the tribal elders, which is really freaking amazing. We're driving down together, me and the guy who founded the consultancy, who I know through working at Trade Me, and we were talking about it. And I was like, I don't know how people work full time anymore. Like, I couldn't do it. Like going back full time last year, which I did for almost 8 months. Like, I couldn't get anything done. Like, I had the work, but there's so much that I've filled my life with outside of that that I don't get how people can do it anymore, which is a very lucky place to be, and I'm aware of that. But um, with the consultancy, at least you're charging contractor rates, so you don't have to work full time if you don't want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Now, Julie said that she has some ideas for my secret project.
Ah.
Really, let's not talk about that now. I'm actually in Christchurch.
Yes.
So, and
But in a
we,
meat space.
yeah. So, I need to do some grocery shopping this afternoon. So, if you're hanging around at the library this afternoon, I might be able to meet you there. Otherwise, I'm planning on joining you at the library at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, see you then. But yeah, it's 11:43. We've got how many sprints have we done? Is this sprint number 5
Three.
or 4?
We've done three.
Okay, perfect. Then we have Jerry's here and husband sends an SOS. Okay, in that case, no offense to your husband, but I doubt he will survive until I make it to you. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so let's set our timer for our last 20-minute sprint. Let's go now. Okay, I need to find the window we're in. Here we go. No, that's not it. There. Oh, wow. Julie made it to Subway and back before we finished our sprint.
Gosh, that's a quick subway.
Yes.
855 words done.
Very nice. So that would be 2,000, over 2,500 words for today.
It's almost 3,000. It's 300 short of 3,000. So
That is absolutely fantastic.
give
Well
myself
done.
a sprint this afternoon. I'll be well on my way.
That's fantastic. I have been doing a bit of research towards my secret project, just looking up history and settings, and I think I have found a vague location. I'm just looking up Victorian guidebooks for Spain, and unfortunately not having much luck.
Victorian guidebooks for Spain. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Might have to go to the archives.
Yep, I've got Project Gutenberg, and I actually found, I'll tell you, not helpful for exactly, but I found The Stranger's Handbook to Chester and Its Environs, which sounds absolutely fantastic, and that's fodder for future books, but also Collins' Illustrated Guide to London and Neighbourhood by Anonymous.
Amazing.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to enjoy those. But yeah, if you've ever read a recipe and been really annoyed, a recipe online and be really annoyed by like the 5 or 6 paragraphs of preamble and talking about childhood spent in your grandmother's kitchen while the smell of cinnamon apple crumble wafts up, like today's waffly recipe writers have nothing on Victorian guidebooks, honestly. Project Gutenberg is an archive for books that are out of copyright. So no, probably nothing on modern day London, but you have a better chance of finding modern day London in the library where you are now, Julie. So good luck.
Oh yeah, I have to have a nap.
Yeah, well, you've definitely
yawny in that last sprint.
Yeah, you've definitely earned a nap, and potentially Mochi might join you, and then
she well might. It's true.
Awesome.
What have you got for the rest of the day? You going grocery shopping?
Yeah, grocery shopping. I've got my accountability meeting, and then I have to write those book notes. So I've got a busy day.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, talking about cats, we have a visitor in our garden.
Aww.
Since my sister and brother-in-law's dog passed away in October, there's about 5 cats who have decided to move into the garden, and they are shockingly blatant about it. Like, there is no shame, no embarrassment.
Cats are often known for their lack of shame, I would say.
Yep. Oh, and no, it's like staring directly at me like, you have a problem? No?
Yeah, what's your problem?
Yep. Well, this was awesome. Thanks for joining me, Jamie and Julie. I'm very sorry about the late start. I cannot write your book notes. Well, I could potentially write my book notes, Julie, but I have to be here until the end of the accountability meeting. So, because I have to talk for that. Otherwise, I would love to join you. But yeah, I will see you next week, and see you online in the meantime.
Catch you later.
Have a great time in Wellington.
Yes, I will. I'll try not to freeze.
Oh, will the what is the name of that food festival that Wellington
Oh,
does?
Wellington Up Plate.
Yep, is that
Yeah, I'm too early for that. It'll be in August, I think. Yeah.
that is a shame.
Maybe
But
if I do well, they'll ask me to come back, and then I can try and time it to get some good burgers.
fantastic. Julie is going up for conference, so we've been talking about where she should go and eat. But yeah,
Oh, I've got many, many suggestions. Jump on the Discord. We could talk about it there.
fantastic. Okay,
All right. See you
see you
later.
later.